Bavaria, Germany, March 1922. Hidden deep in the cold countryside stood a lonely farmstead called Hinterkaifeck. 6 people lived here: Andreas and Cecilia Gruber, their daughter Victoria, her children, and their maid. From the outside, it seemed peaceful, but evil had already entered. One morning, Andreas noticed something chilling. Footprints in the snow led from the forest straight to the farmhouse. But there were no tracks returning. Whoever came in never left. Days later, sounds echoed overhead. Footsteps, scraping, breathing. The family searched the attic, but found nothing. Still, the noises returned each night. Something unseen lived above them. Keys went missing. Doors stood unlocked. A strange newspaper appeared that no one had bought. The Grubers grew fearful. Their maid quit her job, saying the house was cursed. On March 30th, a new maid arrived, Maria Baumgartner. She was meant to bring calm to the household. She had only one night to live. March 31st, 1922. The family sat for dinner. Bread, meat, potatoes, a simple meal. They laughed, unaware that someone in the attic listened to every word. That night, Andreas was lured into the barn. A mattock, a sharp farming tool, crushed his skull. His wife followed, then Victoria. Each fell one after another. Little Cecilia, only 7 years old, survived the first blow. In agony, she pulled out her own hair before death finally came. Her last moments were filled with terror. Inside the house, young Joseph was murdered in his crib. The maid Maria was killed in her bed. 6 lives in total. The farm fell silent, but the murderer did not flee. He stayed. He milked the cows, fed the animals, cooked meals. Smoke rose from the chimney. For days, he lived among the corpses. Days passed. Neighbors noticed. The children missed school. Victoria missed church. Animals cried in the barn. Something was wrong. On April 4th, neighbors entered the farm. They opened the barn door and saw bodies stacked under hay. A nightmare lay before them. The barn floor was soaked in blood. Straw barely covered the corpses. Inside, Maria's body lay in bed. Joseph, lifeless in his crib. Hinterkaifeck had become a tomb. Investigators came from Munich. They searched for clues, but the deeper they looked, the stranger it became. Evidence showed the killer had been inside for days, waiting, listening, planning the slaughter. The family dog was alive. It had barked endlessly for days, but no one came. The murderer had spared it. The farmhouse doors were locked, windows shut, as if the killer had sealed the crime, then vanished. Over 100 suspects were questioned, neighbors, soldiers, farm hands, but not one was convicted. Money was untouched. Valuables remained. This was no robbery. This was something else. Villagers whispered the killer was one of their own, someone they knew, someone still walking free. Attention turned to Victoria. Rumors swirled she had a forbidden affair with neighbor Lorenz Schlittenbauer. Some believed jealousy was the motive. Schlittenbauer joined the search party. He used keys to open the doors, keys that had vanished before the murders. Suspicion grew, yet there was no evidence, no witnesses, no weapon. Schlittenbauer was never convicted. The case remained open. Others said it was a drifter, a farmhand hiding in the attic, waiting to strike. But no drifter was ever found. Some believed no man had done it. That evil itself haunted Hinterkaifeck. Footsteps with no return, whispers in the attic, a curse on the farm. Autopsies revealed broken skulls, crushed bones, little Cecilia's scalp torn in terror. but no signs of struggle inside. They had walked to death willingly. The mattock, the weapon, was never found. Without it, the case went cold. Years later, villagers destroyed the farmhouse. They said it was cursed, but the mystery survived. For decades, whispers continued. Every villager had a theory. None had the truth. Even in the 1950s, police reopened the case. It haunted generations of detectives. No one was ever caught. The Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Germany's greatest unsolved crimes. Robbery, jealousy, madness, or something darker. Every theory leaves gaps. None give answers. Some said the land itself was cursed, that the soil remembers blood, that the screams never left. Hinterkaifeck became a warning, a story to frighten children, a name whispered only in daylight, and always the memory of those footsteps leading to the house, never leading back. Even today, researchers argue, was it the jealous neighbor, a passing killer, or someone the family trusted? Evidence was mishandled. The crime scene was trampled. Too much time has passed. The truth is lost forever. What remains is fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of the darkness that waits in silence. Travelers say the site is haunted, that voices echo in the wind, that shadows still linger where the farmhouse once stood. Comic-style misty field at night, faint ghostly outline of farmhouse, eerie shadows. Who killed the family of Hinterkaifeck? A neighbor? A drifter? Or something far worse? The farmhouse is gone. The mystery remains, and the truth will never return.